to keep fighting, and they're insisting that they keep fighting. Now, the House is a bit of a sideshow at the moment, or not much of a show at all, because the House has passed already a CR to keep the government open, obviously, until November 21st. That's sitting in the Senate. We know all of that. But this gets down to the guts of the matter. There's all this talk about spending deals in the Senate that people are looking at.
Policies and the hardship it is causing more and more Americans is because on the one side you have Republicans who do not want to compromise or capitulate to the minority party because of the signal that would send about power, and on the other side you have Democrats who initiated a shutdown, something they have been against on principle to achieve policy aims for decades, for quite a long time, because their base demanded that they fight Donald Trump. And their base is still sending them signals that they're pleased with the fight. And I'm not dismissing the politics around this, and I'm not dismissing the incentives. That's up for people to decide, but I'm saying we have to look at the political incentives that exist and not the political incentives we imagine exist.
Yeah, no, that's a good point. And Jake, I'll ask you that. Usually when these things end, it's because both sides find a way to claim that they won. Is there a version of that reality for this particular debate?
I'll say this, Republicans have screwed up a lot of shutdowns before, and they've screwed up parts of this shutdown, but there is, in my view, and I'm sure I almost called him Drucker, I'm sure David would agree, that there is an offer that's out there that John Thune had on the table for a long time, and it's an easy off-ramp. It would basically give Democrats a vote on these subsidies on the Senate floor, let the chips fall where they may, and then an agreement to start discussions around the future of these credits. That is the offer that's on the table, which Democrats have rejected, because what Democrats want, and I understand their position completely, I totally get it, is that they want in this deal guaranteed ironclad, text in the CR about these subsidies, because they say, well, we can't trust Republicans. If they don't do it in the bill that opens the government, they're never going to do it. And I get that point of view as well. I completely understand that. But the reality of this, the politics of the situation, again, as David said, you got to deal with the Congress you have, not the Congress you want. The Congress that we have right now has a speaker who doesn't agree in the extension of these subsidies, a Senate Majority Leader who doesn't agree to the extension of these subsidies, and the vast majority of the House Republican Conference, which also doesn't agree with the extension of these subsidies. That's the Congress we have.